Hey guys, welcome to your Friday video drop. Today what we're going to be doing is playing a speedball with Mette Smith. It's the 10 o'clock imp speedball on BBO, so it's going to be 12 boards, and it's team scoring, so we might get a chance to talk about some different tactics that you would apply at teams versus pairs if a hand like that happens to come up. I have winners from last night, Thursday night at the RBC. Let's see. In the limited game, the 0 to 499er game, we had Linda Day and Chris and Al Brandt. So congrats to them. And in the open game, we had Vladimir Stemkovsky finish second overall, playing with his wife Tatiana. Audrey Scholl was fourth. She played with Collins Williams. And also placing were Karen Popovich playing with John Gripman, Leo Eiking playing with Ken Howard, and Susan Gilbert. So congratulations to all of last night's RBC winners. This weekend is going to be the GNT competition for the championship flight, and for the B flight, we have some patrons playing in that. In the championship flight, Audrey Scholl will be playing with a five-man team of me, Henry Ehrenhaft, John Cobb, and John Marriott. And the format there is there's 11 teams. We'll be playing a round robin of 5 hands against each team. And then the top 4 of 11 teams will move on to compete in head-to-head matches on Sunday. So this is going to be pretty challenging for us. We are honestly probably one of the weaker teams in that bracket, but we've had success before, and there's no reason why can't emerge from that. But it's definitely going to be a challenge. This is like the equivalent of me choosing to play in the open game instead of the limited game. So in the B flight, we've got a bunch of patrons playing. So Vladimir is playing with, I believe, Glenn and Martin. He's playing with Tatiana, and they just played in the A flight last weekend, actually qualified first, I think, in the Swiss, but then got knocked off in the semifinals, in the knockouts. Collins Williams is playing with Russ and Ray and Rosa, I believe. Deanna Laris has got a team, and John Gripman's playing with Neil O'Brien and let's see, who are they playing with? Oh, they're playing with Bob and Nancy, I think. Bob Dunnis, I believe is how you pronounce it, and Nancy Sparks. So go teams this weekend, and maybe we'll have some great news of a winner, somebody who wins a trip to the Nationals in July. So anyway, I'm going to pause here for a second, be back with you for board 1, and what we're going to do today is thought process during a speedball with Mette. Again, we're going to do imp scoring today, and I hope this is something that you guys enjoy. I'll be back with you when we start. All right, so here we are on board 1. For those of you who aren't familiar with how speedballs work, it's 4 rounds of 3 boards on the hour on BBO. It's $1.25 to enter. You can win master points. You do need a partner for this one, although there's a lot of individual stuff. And we get 14 minutes for 3 boards, so it works pretty fast. So here I've got a 14 count. I think I need to make a takeout double with this. Mette and I play Lebensaal here, so when she bids 3 hearts, this actually shows some pretty good values. It's a question of whether I need to drive on with this. And I think since we're playing team games and I have a little bit extra and a 4th heart here, I'm just going to bid game and hope she can make it. There's kind of a joke here. What's a game try at team scoring? It's bid game and try to make it. And honestly, that's not too far from your basic correct tactics. I don't like to play one trick shy of game at teams. Okay, so they've led the 5 of spades. And what do we got for tricks here? Got a bunch of club tricks. So we're going to have to negotiate this heart suit for minimum losers. It kind of looks like the normal way to play this would be low to the ace and then low up towards the queen, hoping that South has the king of hearts. Also going to be probably hoping that South has the ace of diamonds. I don't see a way to really make this unless both of those things are true. So we're going to have enough tricks. If we get 3 hearts, the ace of spades, the king of diamonds, and 5 clubs, that would be 10. And I believe this is a go ahead and tackle trumps hand. So I imagine she's going to lay down the ace of hearts and lead a heart to the queen. We'll remember from the auction too that North opened a weak 2 in spades. So we're picturing the spade suit is distributed 6-2. Mette could also conceivably duck this and play bunny trump for king X of hearts. And that's what she's done, and it worked. Very nice. So this leaves South with the Jack of hearts. And at this point, we know 8 of North's cards. It's always easiest to count the hand that has more cards that you know about. So here we know North has 6 spades and 2 hearts, and South has 3 hearts and 2 spades. So I'd always count things from the standpoint of the hand that I know more about. Okay, so far she's shown up with King Jack 6 of spades and King and a heart, and now cashes the ace of diamonds. And we are going to end up making this. It was a pretty strong week too. That's already 11 points out of North, and there's nothing to stop us from making this contract. At this point, we're going to rack up 420 for a very good result on board 1. Why does LP not work to stop this? Pause recording. How about click there? Still doesn't work. So this is actually pretty bush league by our opponents here. You know, Mette's claimed it's a speedball. We only have 10 minutes for the last 2 boards, and even if the clubs aren't breaking, she can rough the 3rd club. So I don't know why we're rejecting the claim here. Okay, we've got a 12 count here. We'll be opening a diamond. And you'll notice I have my confirmed bids and confirmed cards sliders to the right here, which means that I'm somewhat protected from misclicks. I like to do that when I'm playing, unless I'm just completely horsing around. Mette with an excellent job of sussing out that King X of hearts by North there. You know, kind of the normal play would be to go up queen, but I think she probably realized that if the 9 was from King Jack 9 at that point, she was going down anyway, and decided to play North for King X of trump successfully. So very well done by her there to get us a big old plus 420 on board 1. Should be a very nice result. All right, my lead against 1, no trump. I don't hold out much hope for beating this. But let's hope that Mette has hearts behind the heart. Yeah, I don't know what our 5-card suit would be here. I think I'm just going to lead hearts through strength into weakness is the old adage, and that's pretty sound advice. Like, you don't want to lead into ace king jack 10 9 potentially, but leading through it can't hurt you. It can hurt you if it's a hand where you've got to race to get your tricks, but against 1 no trump, like, usually you don't have to race to get your tricks. If we start counting tricks here, there's 5 in the dummy, right? She has at least 4 hearts and the ace of clubs. She can lead towards the king of spades for 6. And there's the queen of hearts. I think we're going to need to shift to a club at this point and hope that partner has the queen. So we're actually going to duck this one and discourage. And when we discourage the diamond here, like, the only thing that we can want probably is, I guess we could want either black suit. So if she's got a black queen and an entry, I would imagine that's what we shift to next. So at this point, remember, imps is all about beating their contract. We don't have to worry about over tricks. Declarer has 6 tricks. Okay, so we're going to have to, I imagine she's got the king of diamonds. Also, we're going to have to get busy here to beat this. Is there any scenario we can project where we can beat this? I think everything involves partner having the queen of clubs. So let's shift to this. And this is pretty desperate, and I would never do this at pairs scoring where you had to worry about over tricks. Guys, like team scoring, imp scoring is a lot easier than pairs. You just have, your objective is much clearer. And I doubt she played the 8 from queen 8, enough tricks to beat this. So as soon as South wins this, we know kind of the hand's over. I'll pause the video and be back with you on hand 3. And whoa, wow. So Declare just has a ton of diamond tricks here. This is why, by the way, you claim, especially in Speedball format, this is why you claim and accept claims on board 1, because now, you know, we're under time pressure. If she leads a spade, we're going to duck. She doesn't, though, so we can just claim the last 2 tricks with the ace of spades and the jack of clubs and move on to board 4. All right, we are vulnerable against not. We have kind of a nice spade suit here. This hand has some potential if partner's got a fit with one of our majors and a decent hand. All right, playing imps, I don't think this is enough hand to get involved here. But again, if we were playing match points, I think I would be much more interested in overcalling. Like, let's see, we play something called hello, so we can bid 2 hearts to show hearts and spades. And I think that's what I would do at some different forms of scoring. But here you've got to be worried that you're just going for like 800 if you overcall here. All right, so 1 no trump. The idea against 1 no trump is lead as passively as you can, but also we have a 5-card suit that we're going to try and set up potentially. And the idea from ace jack 10 9x is to lead the jack top of an interior sequence. And hopefully if partner's got a second spade here, we will have set up 4 spade tricks on the opening lead. The dummy has 5, Declare has 16, give or take 1. That gives the offense 21, that gives the defense 19. I have 5, which means Mette probably has 14 points, give or take 1. And we've kind of seen the king, queen of spades here, right? So I imagine she has 9 points outside the spade suit. And we have 5 spade tricks coming here. And I'm going to go ahead and overtake this because I know the suit is running, and also I don't want her to draw the inference that I want a suit led from my side. So we're going to go ahead and overtake this and lead spades from our side and get a pitch from her. She's still got about 9 high card points left. She had to follow that. We're going to keep close track of what Declare pitches here too. So Declare pitched 3 of diamonds. And the deuce of diamonds by partner. Unfortunately, we don't have a diamond to lead to her. We play upside down signals, and Declare has pitched both a diamond from a dummy and a second diamond from her hand. Don't have a diamond here. Partner probably ought to be able to draw the inference that we don't have one when we don't lead one here. It looks to me like hearts is probably the less scary suit to attack here. So we're doing that. And we're leading the 8 here in an effort to, well, to make sure that partner knows we don't have anything. But if she's doing the same exercise that we did estimating her points from our side of the table, she should be doing the same thing and realize like we don't have any points at this point. She's in charge of the rest of the defense. I need 1 more trick to beat this. And she's shown up with 9, so she should have 4 to 6 points left. Oh, unfortunately, just have the rest. So I think maybe, so one thing that's kind of interesting, you might wonder, like, how do we know that if she's got a third spade? And I think the answer is if she only had a doubleton spade, she would have played her spades in a weird order, like king, then queen, and then I would have known that I had to overtake it. Maybe when she played queen, king of spades, I should have let her hold that trick and shift to the king of diamonds. And if we do that, she gets in with the ace of hearts. We get our 5 spades and a diamond trick. So let's see. Declare could have taken 4 clubs and 1 diamond. At that point, if she powers out another diamond, we still get the 5s. Yeah, so I think probably that's my fault for not beating that one. All right, on to this hand. We open a diamond. That's pretty easy. Looks like we are playing against 2 stars here. Anyone we know? Oh, Rose Meltzer from Chapel Hill. And Nick Demirev, who's a world-class player, bridge professional. I'm sure I'm supposed to know this person, but I don't. But anyway, I imagine these opponents will be beyond competent. Let's check our little scorecard here. I feel bad about not beating that one no trump. We did win 6 for the game on 1. Okay, so 2 diamonds here is inverted. We play this as game forcing. And I'm going to go ahead and bid 2 no trumps since I have both the majors stopped. Not worried about clubs on this auction. I believe the normal way to play inverted minors is that if you bid 2 of a major here, it's natural, but it suggests that you don't have the other major stopped. So I believe 2 no trump here by me doesn't necessarily show a balanced hand. It just says I've got both majors stopped. And again, like, it's a lot more tense at match points where, you have to worry, is the objective to take 9 tricks, or maybe I should risk it, try to take 10 or 11. At imp scoring, like, you basically just maximize the likelihood that you can take 9 or more, and then you don't sweat the over tricks or take any risks, really. Okay, so there's the 6 of clubs. We have 3 hearts, we have 2 spades, and we have a bunch of diamonds. So we can just cover this club with the 7, and then we'll be cold, right? If I played the queen here, it would risk going king, and they clear out the club suit before I knock out the ace of diamonds. So we are not going to do that. And we're going to pitch one of our spades on this. So I should be gin here. 2 spades, 3 hearts, 4 diamonds. The ace of clubs is 10. And you always want to be updating that number of how many tricks you've got. The only reason I'm playing the 10 of spades here, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, but get in the habit of, like, unblocking your spots. So if you imagine me at some point playing the spade suit, like with the 8 from the dummy, I still want to have the 7 in my hand to get under it. It doesn't matter here, but it's just a good habit to get into. So we go about the process of knocking out the diamond ace now. And we're at 10 and they're at 2, so we're at that magic point, right? Our diamonds are solid. We have a threat in the heart suit with the long heart. We have a threat in the club suit with the queen of clubs. And let's see, is this actually going to be a double squeeze hand? Play the ace of clubs. And we need to pitch a spade at this point. So if we played the ace of spades off as the Vienna coup that we talked about yesterday. So we're only looking for that big spade that beats the 8. It's either the jack or the queen. I forget which one, actually. And now we're just going to run the diamond suit. So we're looking for the king of clubs and the jack of spades. And what we're going to do after we cash the diamonds is just go out to the ace of hearts. And then at that point, if they both hold on to the king of clubs and the jack of spades, we're just going to try, that's our shrug moment, just try to run the heart suit. So they've already pitched 2 hearts. If they pitch 1 more, I can just claim. Okay, so I want you to picture in the 4-card ending, one opponent holding the jack of spades and the other opponent holding the king of clubs. They won't both be able to maintain a heart guard. And now if they both follow, we're cold. And let's see here, who had the king? I imagine that South had the king of clubs, yeah, and the jack of spades. So I guess West actually or North actually just got pseudo squeezed there, right? He was the sole one responsible for the 4 hearts. So his first heart pitch, I believe, gave us an over trick. Let's check the double dummy on that. Okay, so yeah, let a small, 4th best here actually ended up costing them. If he leads the jack of clubs, they beat it because then I can't duck the club to South at trick 1. So once he decided to lead 4th, and 4th best could have been right on some layouts. I'm not like busting on him or anything. So I just had a spade finesse the whole time if I wanted it. That's one way to get the over trick, but I'm not sure why he pitched from jack 4th of hearts. Anyway, onto this board. That opens a diamond. And we are going to bid reverse Flannery with this hand. You're going to turn caps lock off. So we play a little trick here, which is when you've got 5 spades and 4 hearts and a weak hand and partner opens a minor, you can bid 2 hearts to show this shape. This is a pretty common expert trick. It's called reverse Flannery. Some would argue that I don't have any business bidding it here just because of the weakness of my hand. I don't know that I would necessarily argue with that, but we are white and they are red, and partner shouldn't necessarily be playing me for much here. Okay, so partner jumps to 3 spades invitational, and we just have, I don't think I have any way that we can bid here. I'll type a little joke into the chat here. Let's see what she's bought herself here. So let's talk about let's talk about invitation theory at imps versus match points. So my understanding of this, and let me preface this with saying I don't think that everyone in the bridge community agrees with what I'm about to say, but here's my reasoning. At imps, you know that the value of the game is so much more important, that bonus, because it's a game about quantity, not frequency. It seems to me like you ought to be bidding anything that has a reasonable chance of making a game. Therefore, if you invite, it's like you don't have that hand that's not going to leave, things to chance. So I think the invitations at imps should be weaker than the invitations at pairs, because at pair scoring, it's so important that you protect your plus positions, your plus scores, that to me, the logic when you invite ought to be, look, I realize I'm risking our plus score here, therefore you can count on me to have a sound invitation. And if I invite a pairs, the message is more like continue on unless you hate your hand, versus at imps the message is more like you need to have them, you need to like your hand to carry the ball across the goal line here. Because if I really had that much of a hand, if I really had a sound invite, like the kind of hand I would invite with at pairs, I would have already just bid the game, okay, and not got the cube with it. So how's partner doing here? They've got 2 tricks. Looks like they've got 2 more diamond tricks. I'd say she's a pretty big favorite to make this. 10 of hearts needs to win. And this is too bad. Both hearts were off, and we're just going to go down 1. Pretty interesting. South is still thinking about this. She needs to cash 2 diamond tricks now, but it looks like she's contemplating doing something else. If she leads a club, we're going to get a rough sluff. If she doesn't have any spades left, those are already drawn. And if she leads a heart and they turn out to be 3-3, that's not going to do us any good either, right? Because the 7 of hearts will just pitch a diamond. So I can't see how the defense is going to mess up getting 2 diamond tricks here. Oh, but there it is. There's the rough sluff. So now we can score the 3 spades in our hand. This is a rough here for the 4th trick. The ace of hearts is the 5th trick. And we can rough the 7 of hearts for the 6th trick. So interesting. Guess I can try and work out later on why she didn't play diamonds there. We're down to 3 minutes here. Partner can actually claim down 1. Or I mean making. Losing 1 more trick. So that's a gift there. And we will be 3rd to act on what's going on. Why is everyone rejecting claims? Okay, it looks like he just misclicked. And we're getting into territory here where we're going to have to eat the last board. This is super frustrating to me because it seems to me that, when you're playing a speedball in particular, it is an implicit responsibility that you are able to make and accept claims. And basically we just had to eat board 6, 1/12 of our match here because they couldn't do that. So be back in just a second. Okay, back for round 3 here with the halfway point. No business bidding anything other than pass. Let's check how our results went from that round. We picked up 0.4 and 0.4. All right, so I should have beaten 1-0 on board 3. It was a mistake to overtake the 2nd spade. We should have let Mette shift to the king of diamonds there. So that's definitely my charge there. That cost us about 3 or 4 imps. But we haven't had a super opportunity to gain a bunch of imps yet. I mean, everybody in the field's going to have the same problem, but when you've got to beat 100 pairs or whatever's in this field, and that's my goal. I want to win. I don't care about anything else here. You're going to need some stuff to happen, and when we get through 6 boards, and the imps have just been 1 here, 0 there, 6 there, it's probably just not the conditions. The conditions for you to win just probably haven't been dealt to you. But anyway, quick thought on thinking about what you need in order to win these things, and we just haven't had the right situations yet. I can beat 1-0 on board 3. That's definitely my fault, but that's still only 3 or 4 imps. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. North bid hearts and some more hearts, and this is the dummy, and we want to just play a club here, I guess. Not sure which one is right. I think probably with the singleton and the dummy, my club should be suit preference. That would be, in theory, low for diamond preference and high for spade preference, but Declare is going to let you know what the suits are here pretty quickly anyway, so Declare had nothing in clubs, the king of diamonds, most likely the ace of hearts and the ace of spades. There's almost no conceivable way that we can beat this contract. Okay, so Declare had a doubleton diamond and obviously at least 4 hearts. Probably exactly 3 clubs because that's the highest outstanding club. Main partner showed the queen on the opening lead of the king. So probably 3 clubs and 2 diamonds for Claire. I would also guess that she's got at least 5 hearts, not 4 hearts and 4 spades. See if partner can overruff this. There's the 9. So ace of hearts, king of diamonds, nothing in clubs. Got to have the ace of spades to justify the invite to game. And I think that's basically her hand. Ace of spades, ace of hearts, king of diamonds. Probably not the queen of spades because I imagine with a full 13, she just would have bid the game after a diamond, a heart, 2 hearts. So our queen of hearts has got a good shot at being the second trick for the defense. Okay, so Declare only had 4 hearts. Interesting. I should not overtake this, should I? No. So Declare's down to the bare ace of hearts and 4 spades. Hopefully partner wins the 10 and plays a small spade for the queen. This tank does not look good for us. Oh, okay. So now she just plays a spade to my king, and I play a heart, and we beat this. Declare's hand at this point is 3 spades to the queen, 10, and a heart. So we'll win this. Play our trump that draws Declare's last trump, and now we can actually claim. Right, everyone's out of trumps, and my heart and my club are good. I don't think this was the ideal stroke for Declare. Also, like, how many points did she have here? Ace of hearts, queen of spades, king of diamonds. I don't think there was any reason to bid over 2 hearts. Just amazed to see partner show up with the ace there. All right, we'll get back to that in a second. We have a crummy 11. But we are going to go ahead and open it. We play a no trump range of 14 to 16 here, and that's partially affecting my decision here to go ahead and open with 11. And also Mette knows that I like to open super lane. So she knows what she's getting into here. So I believe we play a style where I rebid 1 no trump here, even with 4 spades. And I think that our opponents are due a explanation on that. It's possible they're not, but like it definitely feels to me like the spirit of the game is full disclosure, and this is a style that it seems like my opponents ought to be privy to the same understand. I mean, definitely our opponents are privy to the same understandings that my partner and I have. I guess it's a matter of whether it's technically my responsibility to be this actively sharing with them, but I don't care about that stuff. Like I'm going to go out of my way to let my opponents know everything that I know if I think it could be useful to them. Okay, so we're in 3-0. Club has been led. Probably the club lead is just from nothing. We have a question of whether we want to finesse the jack or the 9 here. So I think we're going to finesse the 9 first, and then we can later finesse the jack if we need to make sure the entry situation is interesting here. So we've got a couple of cards to knock out. If we go after, so let's count. 2 hearts, 2 clubs for sure is 4. The ace of diamonds is 5. It's probably the right idea to lead diamonds towards the queen. Yeah, so this is one of those hands where like we just want to make sure we're not setting up tricks for them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play the 9. I imagine the 8 is just like top of nothing, and that South has the queen and the 10. Okay, so there's the 10. And if you look at the spots here, like it's what holding could North have led the 8 from queen 8 with? It doesn't make any sense. So we're going to go ahead and win that and go about our spade business, I think. Let's see, diamonds will set up those. Spades will potentially set up 3 tricks. So let's go after spades here. The opponents did not bid in this auction, correct? Correct. The 10 and the 9 might be important cards in the spade suit too. Like if North showed up with the 10 or the 9 on the second round of the suit, I could potentially finesse the 8 on the third round. So the Jack just wins. That's kind of interesting. I'm up to 6 for sure tricks. And now do we switch back to diamonds? I believe that's probably the right idea. That does set up a sure trick for the defense. But we need to do it. It's possible, like I don't have an entry back to my hand, but I imagine that's not going to be an issue. Okay, that's good to see. So we're up to 3, 4, 5, 6 tricks. And if we knock out a diamond, we don't have to worry about the 10 now. Go ahead and play a diamond to the queen. Just in case we need that 9 as an entry, I'm blocking the queen. The 10's gone. Okay, so at this point we're up to 8 tricks. And he just cashes the ace of spades to give us 10. And now we're again in that situation of all the rest of the tricks but 1. I imagine the spades just look like they're 3-3 here. Okay, so what do we got left at this point? Well, we don't have a squeeze, so we're just going to just the ace king of hearts. See if the queen falls, and then we're going to claim and save ourselves some time. Okay, 2 diamonds, king of spades, and the ace of clubs. It's 4, and I'm going to concede 1 trick at the end to South's queen of clubs. So the opponents didn't accept a valid claim again. It's getting to be a tiresome theme. And again, we're under time pressure here with 4 minutes left of the last board. We do have a very good result in this round. 3 no trump was pretty mundane to make, so I imagine that's just going to be, pick up a half an imp or something. I imagine 3 no making is going to be very, very, very common on 8, but on 7, we beat 4 hearts when they actually could have made that contract, so that should be a very good result for us. Mette makes a takeout double of a diamond. We have no business doing anything in this auction. These opponents are really on my nerves. The typing faster into the chat after not accepting an obvious claim and wasting a minute as I click through that stuff while I pause the video. Just, ugh. It's not easy being me, guys. I have it so hard in this life. All right, what are we leading here? I'm just going to lead the queen of diamonds, I think. There are 3 outstanding diamonds, and partner said she was short. Okay, the 4 doesn't tell us who has the other diamond. I imagine that declare's got 4 hearts and 4 spades, either 1 or 2 diamonds, and either 4 or 3 clubs. We're going to give odd count here to Mette by playing our middle spot. You give upside down count, you play high low to show an odd number. And this is just an attempt to help partner figure out what declare's distribution is. Shift to the king. This is what she would do from ace king in the middle of the hand. So we're going to play our, again, upside down. So to encourage, we play a low card followed by a high card. And maybe she can cash the ace of clubs and give us a rough here. Let's see, would that give declare enough points? That would just give her king, queen, jack of hearts, queen, jack of spades, queen, jack of clubs, potentially. I guess she could have that hand. We'd be very happy if partner continues with the ace of clubs here. It's the ace of spades instead. Kind of amazing the partner had all this stuff. We'll see if we get it rough also. It's down 2 at this point. This is a pretty good round for us. I would guess we might have picked up 10 or 12 imps this round. And again, Claire just not claiming for some reason. All right, last round. You're going to refresh at some point. We did pick up 7 imps on board 7. And if we hit refresh here, it'll say we picked up 5 imps on board 9. So we're sitting at plus 17 imps right now. If we have a good last round, we can, I don't know about winning, but we can definitely come in the top 10. I want to overcall a diamond with this, or 2 diamonds. They almost surely have a hard fit. Let's try and make their live. So I'm giving up on us having a game here when partner passes. And what I'm doing is opening up the range on my jump over calls to just be any hand that doesn't have constructive game ideas opposite the fact that partner couldn't open the bidding. So all I'm trying to do here is create an auction that's difficult for our opponents. Against that, the more defense I have in my own hand, the less I have to be worried about them getting together, I guess. But we're hoping to put them in a situation where they're doing the guessing and not us here. This is a pretty common theme in games, that you want your opponents to be guessing, not you. Very big theme in poker. All right, so the jack ace, which means that North has the queen. And we will discourage that with a 6. We're hoping this trick goes king of clubs and then she takes a club finesse. Okay, that part of the parlay came through. We'll go ahead and knock out the diamonds. That seems to be our best chance at getting enough tricks to beat this. Partner knows from inference that I've got the 10-9 at this point, so I'm going to play the lower one to show that I've got the heart guard, not the spade guard. Claire had 4 diamonds and 3 clubs. Let's see, I need the ace of hearts and the 3 diamonds to be, yep. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. I'm just going to hope partner has something like the jack of spades, right? Will that do it? I actually need partner to have the ace of spades to beat this, right? Because this is trick 6. If she's got ace and a spade, that's 8 tricks for Claire. Like, again, notice how much easier this game is to play than match points. At match points, I would be sweating out all these discards because I'd be worried that I was giving away over tricks potentially. Here, I know that partner needs to have the ace of spades to beat the contract, and I can just quit worrying. So now she's got to play spade. And she's got enough tricks for a contract. Okay, I can just claim 3 here. So let's see, did I actually give her the contract by letting her score the queen of diamonds? She had 4 clubs. The ace of diamonds is 5. Ace king of spades is 7. It's possible that I did. Let's check the double dummy here. Yeah, so sometimes defense is tricky because you're not always sure if it's a hand where you're like trying to set up your tricks or just trying to keep them from scoring theirs. I'm a little bit worried there without thinking about it too much. Okay, we have a 21 count. It's got all 4 aces. I'm going to treat this as 22, and we're going to open 2 clubs. And I'm definitely treating this like a balanced hand. Like not going to rebid 3 clubs over 2 diamonds. Those auctions are just nasty. Okay, so the diamond lead was an over trick. And then she lost the club hook. Okay, I should have beaten it 1 at this point. It turns out I needed to. Well, king of diamonds was fine. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? I needed to cash the ace of hearts. Interesting. Not sure I'm supposed to get that right, but always good to go through the double dummy and see where you potentially could have done better. I think that improves your game quite a bit. So we are going to be 2 no trump here, and that's going to show exactly like 22 to 24. If I had more hand than that, we'd play something fancy here called Kokish, but we won't worry about that today. And by the way, guys, this is the only 2 club auction. This specific first 3 bids, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no. The only 2 club auction that I suggest you play as not forcing to game. Bids 3 clubs. I don't remember if we played puppet or not. Let's see if we play puppet. Puppet is not clicked. Awesome. So I can just bid 3 diamonds, showing nothing. I have probably an irrational aversion to puppet stake. I'm not even sure it makes any sense. It's just like, you know, why do you root for the teams you root for? I'm not sure. At some point, you just started doing it, then you don't question it after that. It's good to have some things like that in life that don't have to make sense, I think. And puppet stamen is one of those things for me at the bridge table. I just decided I wasn't a fan and never stopped to question it after that. My philosophy is like, this is okay to have these irrational things as long as they're not affecting other human beings. Unfortunately, I feel like some people have irrational ideas about things that do affect other human beings, and that's where it starts to get more morally cloudy, we'll say, for me. All right, she bids 3 hearts. This is something called smolen. She's suggesting that she has 5 spades and 4 hearts, and I will suggest that I have 2 spades by bidding 3 no trump to play. All right, so more of our opponents getting on us to bid. By the way, like this is backwards, where our opponents are telling us typing in faster and bid please. Like that never speeds things up. What speeds things up is making and accepting claims. I feel a rant video on claiming coming up. And like I realize the aversion to it. Like, you know, people have this idea that, oh wow, 6 now, cool. That maybe more experienced players are trying to pull one over or they're making bad claims. And like that does happen sometimes, honestly. But if the claim is good, you need to be able to, you know, figure out once declare is enumerated the tricks, what's going on. And there's really never any place for this telling the opponents to hurry up. All right, tricks. We have 2 clubs, 4 diamonds is 6, the ace of hearts is 7. 4 spades is 11. This is just knock out the king of hearts. That's all there is to this. And then we'll have plenty of time to play the last board. Okay, heart 4 spades is 5, 4 diamonds is 9, king of clubs is 10. And what I just did in chat there is like, that's what you ought to do, is just, you know, say what the tricks are and let them see your hand. And I'm not saying that you can't like take a second, but a lot of these positions are just obvious, like 3 and 4 card endings, you know, where you've got a cross rough or whatever. And it should just be as simple as like cross rough and you fold your cards and move on to the next board, or just click accept here. A lot of these ideas I have on claiming too are tied to my feeling that implicit in playing a speedball event is that you are going to play fast and claim and accept claims. And I don't think that everyone feels that way, but like it seems pretty obvious to me that if you're going to get 4 2/3 minutes per board when you register for the event, you need to be prepared to play quickly and accept and make claims. All right, I swear I'll shut up about this now. Let's see, what do we got going here? 2-0 is not going to be great on 10, probably lose a 2 or 3 there. And 990 is pretty obvious. I don't see there's any way that that can be a big pickup. But it's probably as good as 9 is bad. I imagine this round is about a wash so far. What am I going to lead against 3-0? Well, I don't have to worry about that. North's going to be declaring neutral. What am I going to lead against diamonds? My 7 of clubs, I imagine. Okay, it's partner's problem what to lead against 2 neutral. And again, our only objective is get 6 tricks here. We don't have to worry about over tricks and imp scoring. Partner either has a 5-card club suit or a 4-card club suit. Go back to this. I think North bit a heart, so we know that North has 3 or 4 clubs and at least 4 hearts, probably exactly 4 hearts. I should give count here, I guess. And the right way to do that is by playing the 9. Now what do we do? Guess we just pitch all these spades. If partner wants to read these spades as suit preference, I'm fine with that too. I definitely want a hard shift here, but it's also pretty obvious. Like it can't be right to shift a dummy's 6-card suit, right? She's gonna keep on playing clubs. Declares up to 5 tricks for sure. There's a 6th trick. Guess I need to play the hearts here. Do that. And play a heart. We need her to have the ace of diamonds, so we'll go ahead and do that now. I think I've messed up this defense. Partner's evidently down to the jack of diamonds. Yep, I messed this up. All right, finished 9th out of 118. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next week. Have a great weekend. Good luck to our Flight B and Open Championship. That's me. GNT teams this weekend. All right, guys. Have a great weekend.